Phil Spencer may not be at CES, but AMD just revealed the ports on the back of the Xbox Series X. What's up everybody, Brad here, and it has been a pretty big day in the world of the Xbox Series X. Earlier today, Mr. Phil Spencer himself revealed this, which is the SoC or the CPU of the next generation Xbox Series X. Now, I'm going to throw up a comparison here real quick of this chip overlaid with the current Xbox One X. Now, I know it's not perfect, but you can see here actually how much larger that center die is. And what that means is that, hey, you're going to be able to cram a whole bunch more transistors and more features and all the good stuff that makes a console powerful onto that larger die. It's gonna be a beast. It's gonna be a beast. And I did a little video on that earlier today. But at CES today, AMD, talking about their next generation chips, the 7 nanometers and all the good stuff that's coming with it, showed off a quick promo that included the Xbox Series X. And I'm just gonna run this video on a loop from here on out. And it's pretty clear that they are showing off the back of the console. And what we have here is we have an Ethernet port, no surprise there. It looks like two USB Type-C ports. There's a potential there's Thunderbolt, but I seriously am doubting that, especially coming from AMD. So I'm expecting two USB Type-C, and also very happy to see two HDMI. Now, reason why I'm happy to see two HDMI on the back of this console is that I am betting that that is going to be signal pass-through, meaning that you can plug one source in and then have it come out there and pass through your console. The current generation Xbox can do this as well. At one point, it was for all the TV functionality, but Microsoft obviously pulled away from that. But having that pass-through functionality is actually a pretty big deal for people who have not like a lot of free HDMI ports on the back of their device. And so this is just one more piece of the puzzle. It's worth probably watching the AMD conference because they talk about some of the features that are going on there. And they also, again, which we already knew, confirmed that they are building Sony's console, but they did not show off the console at all. Or obviously they didn't show off the back either if they didn't show off the console at all. But the Series X was a big feature highlight there quickly through the AMD promo. And so now we know what's on the back. Nothing too surprising, although I will say I am happy to see that Type-C is there. Obviously, Type A, the square port that we all know from previous machines and yesterday and previous years and all that stuff, is a fine and dandy port, but USB Type-C is just so much better. And while I was thinking that they might potentially have an A and a B on the back, I'm happy that they're all C, they're all in on it, and it'll just make plugging accessories and all that good stuff, extra storage for that matter, potentially, into the back of the device so much easier. So we really know a lot now. We know that the CPU specs are to a decent degree. We know that the architecture, I should say. Obviously, it has a disk drive. We know the ports on the back. We're still missing the pricing, although there's a good video that I will link to previously that talks about the pricing. We know some of the controller updates having a slightly smaller controller. So Microsoft isn't shy about showing off its next generation hardware, especially with Phil literally showing off the CPU. What they are doing, if you haven't figured it out, is they're just kind of slowly trickling out all this information. And they're getting it all out of the way because Phil Spencer said time and time again, hey, we want E3 to be about games, not necessarily about hardware. And obviously they're going to talk about the Series X at E3, but it's not going to be a show dedicated to just revealing hardware. They have clearly got some games up their sleeves for the June timeframe. So there you go, guys. That is what is going on the back of the Series X. Microsoft is coming out swinging with help from AMD. Now, while Phil Spencer said he was not at CES, clearly, we are getting some nuggets of information about the Series X. As always, guys, keep it subscribed to this channel. I'll keep you first updated, and that's all we got for this time.